and welcome back to our channel. It's so nice to be back with you guys. We haven't seen each other in a while. Feels like very long. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about what to do when your weight loss stops. So this is what we've been experiencing this past while. I'm sure you've noticed I haven't been posting my weight, and it's just because I've been so frustrated. But that's why I am making this video, so that I can tell you what I've been trying to do to get back on track with the weight loss, and we're going to talk about a few solutions. So I think the most important thing to do is to look back on how you've been eating, to be really critical about how you've been eating and what you've been eating. So the first thing I want to mention is to make sure you are counting your macros. It's very important to make sure that you aren't eating too many carbs. So I've noticed that with time you get a little bit lazy to using the app and making sure that your percentages are correct. The 75% of fat, 15% of protein and 5% carbohydrates, those ratios are quite important and you shouldn't sway too much from them. Then the second thing I want to challenge is the amount of protein intake. I think this is probably one of our biggest downfalls and other people's biggest downfalls, because if you are eating too much protein, your body will either store the protein, use that as an energy source instead, and you really want the body to focus on fat so that you can be in ketosis and so that your body is using fat as an energy source. So it's really important to limit your protein intake. Be sure that it's not too high. If you're really hungry and you've made something that's really high in protein, eat a smaller portion and maybe eat some more veggies, or add a high fat cream cheese sauce to it to fill yourself a little bit more. So then another thing that I think are most people's downfall is hidden carbs. A lot of people don't know that there are carbs in certain things that they eat. Some people just hear that you are allowed to eat sweet potato, so they indulge in sweet potato, whereas sweet potato actually has the same amount of carbs as a potato. So it's really important that if you do eat sweet potato, realize you're probably going to use up all 21 of your carbs with one big sweet potato. That means that you can't have any milk in your coffee for the rest of the day. You can't have any yogurts or any granolas, any nuts, because those things also contain carbs. So it's really important to make sure that you know about the hidden carbs. Your apps should help you with this, so that's why I'm going back to using an app, especially when you're still in the weight loss process. So another thing that can make your weight loss plateau is when you start to exercise. So a person doesn't realize, but the body retains a lot more water when you start exercising. And I know for myself, I didn't really exercise in the beginning of the process. So when I started to exercise, I actually felt a little bit bloated, and your muscles retain water then because your muscles are in recovery from this new exercise routine that you've applied to your lifestyle. Another thing that's really important when your weight becomes stagnant is that you drink enough water. So once again, guilty. I am not a big fan of water, but principle of drinking 8 glasses of water a day did not go away when you started a keto or a banting lifestyle. So it's really important. Maybe try to walk around with a bottle of water during the day, or try to challenge yourself to drink a few times, like maybe once an hour at least have a glass of water. That way you can remind yourself, because you will feel extremely sick if you suddenly drink 2 liters of water. You will not feel good. So really try to keep to the principle of having a lot of water. So another thing that I think also influences your weight loss is eating a lot of sweeteners. So any of the banting or keto desserts that you eat, when you're eating this, there is going to be some sort of insulin spike. Even though it's really small, it still causes a spike, and this can kick you out of ketosis. So when you are still on the very crucial weight loss part of your journey, you do not want to have sweetness in your diet. Then another thing I want to touch on is fruits. Also something maybe with a lot of hidden carbs, but it also has sugars in it. So definitely something that will take you out of ketosis. ketosis. So even though keto allows berries such as strawberries, blackberries, blackcurrant, all those things, try to avoid it when your weight loss is stagnant. So the next thing that I think is really important is to see if you actually are in ketosis. This isn't something that I do often, but I know that you can often find keto sticks in your pharmacy. A lot of people that are diabetic or pre-diabetic use the keto sticks to make sure that they are actually in ketosis. So I think this is an important point. When you realize you're not losing weight, maybe you're not in ketosis yet, and then you can start taking the further steps to get yourself into ketosis. Some people use supplements. There are keto supplements that you can use. I haven't really done a lot of research I haven't really done enough research to support the keto supplements, and I've also never used them, so I can't really say much more about that. Then another thing is, are you eating enough fat? So lots of people become quite lazy and they just go to the general healthy eating protocol, eating chicken and veg. But WTF, where's the fat? I think I'm so funny. It's important to make sure that you take in enough fat. If you didn't eat enough fat during your day, then end your day or start your day with a fat coffee or a bulletproof coffee. And then the next question you can ask yourself is, are you fasting? So this is not, what is it not? Mandatory. Thank you. So fasting is not mandatory when you're doing the keto or Banting diet. Intermittent fasting is a whole other healthy lifestyle choice on its own. But this gives your body a chance to reset. So definitely when you are stagnant and you're not fasting, try to implement any of the different fasting versions. I'll put a link in the video here for video number 1 and for video number 2. Make sure you watch this so you have all of the information that you need about fasting. So because we've become stagnant, we are going to try to apply these different things. We might even do a 24-hour fast and end the day off with a fat coffee just to boost our fat levels and get into ketosis faster. So that's our plan for this week, and we will definitely start sharing our weight again, even if we're not 100% happy with it, just so that we can be held accountable for everything that we eat and everything that we do in this lifestyle. It's so good to be back. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, and please leave us some comments about the things that you are wondering about, so that we can be sure to answer all those questions in our coming videos. Thank you. The next Banting market will be on the 3rd of October. We will also be mentioning some of the amazing things we bought there in our food videos. We are super excited and we hope to see you there.